Ghanaians are not relenting. Somebody came to my comment section to say Ghana is bigger than Nigeria in terms of fintech and other economic wise.
Which breast meat you suck?
We have three biggest economy in Africa. The first one is Nigeria, followed by Egypt and then South Africa. Sometimes South Africa first, Nigeria, like it depends on the economic outcome of that particular year. In the five biggest economy in Africa, Ghana is not there.
How possible we hear of this?
Based on the recent statistics that is trending on social media right now, when you go to Google, you will get to understand this big story. And this guy came out to say Nigeria is not doing well in area of technology and all those things. That is a big lie. Nigeria remains one of the biggest markets for any technology around the world. Nigeria must have a fair share of the market because of its population and the buying power of the population. Not only the population, the buying powers of the population. Nigeria has 5 billionaires that are the richest in Africa.
Certificate.
That is something you need to understand. I'm not talking about other billionaires we don't know in Nigeria. The richest billionaire in Ghana, I don't think that guy is far richer than Burna Boy, Whiskey, or Davido.
Give me my girlfriend, let me go.
That is something I kind of understand.
You are a failure. You can never make it.
And they are rubbing shoulders with us.
You will end up in McDonald's.
These guys should come to terms with reality and get to understand that when we start accepting that we are not up to Nigeria, then we can really solve our problem. They are not ready to accept the reality on ground. How can you solve the problem for them?
All the freakers are no longer in the world.
That is something they need to actually understand. I want to give you some statistics so that you will get to understand it better and take to your president or to your people in Banku Nation.
They won't give me.
Ghana right now, I think you guys are really infuriating us. Based on the recent comment you started making when Nigeria dominated the list of African countries or artists that were nominated for Grammys, that was where you guys started to show your anger and your envy, and we have to address it now because in 2024 Nigeria has not go gree for anybody. According to a recent report, Nigeria tops South Africa as the country's biggest economy. We have Nigeria with over $477.3 billion in 2023. We have Egypt with about $475.23 billion. We have South Africa. We have Algeria, Morocco, Ethiopia, Kenya, Angola, but no Ghana to be found. But these guys still want to rub shoulders with us.
CV is crazy, madness now.
The giant of Africa. We know that our government, they are not doing what they are supposed to do, but it's still better than Ghana government. A Nigerian cannot complain of the high cost of data before streaming our artists.
I want to harvest you.
That is our own ability that we are really better. Somebody came out to say 1 Ghana cedi is equal to 76 naira. Ghana redecimalized their currency at the time. I remember those days where you have to take about 5 million cedis to go and buy a CD for yourself in Ghana. That was how useless the currency was. So when a particular president came in and decided to say, you know what, let's change this whole thing and the volume of money in circulation and the rest, they redecimalized. Nigeria is not ready for that now. We should understand the big story at a time like this. But somehow, these guys are really rubbing shoulders with us. In terms of entertainment, we are far bigger than Ghana, and they know that, and they don't want to accept the reality of that. According to a report, Nigeria remains the most active fintech country in Africa with 12 deals, a 23.5% share of the deal. This was closely followed by South Africa. What are the problems of Ghana? They should understand that you cannot fight somebody who is much far bigger than you. That is something you need to understand. Instead, you should learn from that person. It's like Nigeria just want to fight, the UK, or they want to fight the US in terms of all this fight tech and all these things. We cannot really do that until we decide to say, you know what, let's go inward, understand their blueprint, and then copy it and implement some things, strategies, and the rest. In South Africa, right, we know that South Africa has better infrastructure than Nigeria and some other African countries, and we cannot fight them for that. We believe that yes, South African infrastructure is superb compared to Nigerian infrastructure, and that we've acknowledged over the time. We want to learn from them. We want to get along with them in terms of infrastructure. A governor in Nigeria decided to implement what he saw in South Africa in his hometown, became one of the blueprints for that State, that is Akwa Ibom State and Cross River State. You need to understand about all of these things and come to terms with reality. From the list you're seeing on the screen right now, that is the list of billionaires in Africa. 1 to 10, I didn't see a Ghanaian on that list. And these guys are still saying that they are richer than Nigeria. I think they must be, smoking something. That is something I kind of understand about the whole thing. So they should come to terms with reality and get to understand the big story out here. What is your own take about this story? I want you to put that in the comment section because a lot of people have been coming at me and saying that yes, Ghana is better than you guys in this area. I've not seen the area they are better than. When you talk of football, talk of anything, Ghana is below Nigeria. That is something they should understand at a time like this. And sometimes they make reference to money and population. Who say make una not get the money and who say make una not get the population? You should go and marry and get your children, get people so that Ghana will be, large in terms of population. That is something you guys need to understand. When it comes to Afrobeat, we are far better than Ghana. They should come to stand with that. When it comes to investment, we are far above them. When it comes to anything at all, anything they want to bring, movies, anything, we are better than them. So they should understand that and say, man, una be our bon, make una give us the way out now. That is what they are supposed to do, and we are waiting for them. Until they do that, we cannot help them further. Like the list you're seeing on the screen right now is top 10 US Billboard Afrobeat songs, and a lot of people are really not comfortable with the list right now because it spans dominations from Nigeria. We got a South African on that list with 2 songs, that is Tyler, and she is a fantastic artist. It has become one of the biggest exports from South Africa, and we have to support her as an African. We still got Libyanka from Cameroon, and Cameroonians should rally around her and push her to the world. And one thing I understand about Libyanka and Tyler is Libyanka needs to do a lot more. She needs to work hard a bit because when you check Tyler's got series of songs that are almost hits out there. Libyanka just one off hit, and that is not good for her career, and she needs to do more around it, and she needs our support. That is what I can really say. When you check the list, you see the domination by Nigerians, the likes of Wizkid, the likes of Burna Boy, the likes of Omale and others. You will see that these guys are taking over from other African nations, and we have to support others. What about the Ghana that has been crying foul? They are not close to that list, and they should go inward and work on the quality of their songs they are putting out there. If they are not working on the quality of their songs and they are trying to weaken others so that they will become strong, that is not going to help their music industry. Music industry is all about the quality of your songs, the quality of your promotion, the quality of your PRO and all those things. They should invest energy on that, not crying on social media and building sentiment from everybody. That is not going to help. This is a list right now. We got South Africa on that list. We got Cameroon. The digital space of Cameroon is quite small to an extent, and a lot of people can really understand that. While a country like Ghana that has over 23 point something million active internet users, they are not still there. That means there's something wrong in your system, and you guys need to go back to the drawing board and craft a blueprint for yourself to succeed in the industry. We got South Africa with Tyler, and South Africa, they need to do more. They need to push a lot of people on that particular list.